Hello, people. How are you doing? Today is a continuation on the topic of how can we fight poverty. This is the second episode after the first video that I elaborated on why poverty exists. So, without further ado, let's do it. How can we fight poverty? Is poverty equating to calories intake? This question infuses the idea that the poor desperately need food and that quantity matters. This results in high food subsidies, as food subsidies were ubiquitous in the Middle East, as Egypt spent about 3.8 billion US dollars in food subsidies in 2008 and 2009, which in totality accounted for 2% of the GDP. The others claim that food aid delivery at a massive scale is often lost along the way in logistics and becomes waste. So, in order to fight nutrition-based poverty trap, it is to look for quality food consumption than the quantity aspect. Subsidies, for example, in rice, do make the poor feel richer, and this may contribute to why they consume less. In this case, if the consumption of rice is associated with being poor, they consume less rice, not because getting calories was not their priority, but that getting better tasting food was. What is changed is that now, the same amount of money is spent on more expensive edibles. Because of the decline in food prices, the others suggest that we should subsidize various types of food, quality food, and support nutritional value or micronutrients, especially to unborn babies and young children, in the hope to solve childhood malnutrition that can affect heights and their ability to function at their best. Thus, rethinking about food policies is important, not to supply more gains, but more nutrients, because the main problem is not calories, but nutrients, which means that poverty is a lack of calories, but what perpetuates poverty is a lack of good nutrients. The solution to this is simple. Invest in children and pregnant mother nutrition as well as provide them incentives for parents to consume more nutritional supplements. In order to tackle health-based poverty trap, this happens when a person who is the pillar of a family feels sick and is unable to work. This can deprive his or her children not to receive education. Poverty is about the environment associated that keeps them poorer and poorer. Diseases such as malaria, especially in Africa, is widespread. Malaria weakens labor force, which makes them less productive. Being unproductive makes it hard to earn money to get preventive help, which in turn remains them poor. The solution to this are to finance malaria eradication and access to water and sanitation that won't challenge them daily. NGOs and governments can do these by organizing and subsidizing water systems. And I have to say here that the solutions mentioned in this book are based on the context of certain countries, which I understand can be different from country to country. And I think you can be creative with the solutions of your own country. It really depends on the context. Moving on, the solutions for the poor to realize low-hanging fruits when it comes to ways of using curable drugs are to provide them enough information through health centers, regular home visits, or through village healthcare programs that will provide them a sense of community, guide their children, immunize them, increase access to deworming pills, vitamin B, iron pills, or iron fortified flour, and make them understand that breastfeeding should be more than 6 months. The poor lack of invisible nudges or already well made decisions. So the others argue that the best way for health policies is to give them free stuff, be it bed net or mosquito prevention tools, or even reward household and make getting these rewards the natural default option when possible. The government should control the sales of drug-induced resistance because regulating doctors tends to be more difficult. People and children who follow these steps will be prone to be less sick and more productive and ready for the challenges of the world. The solution to increase returns from education used in this book as an incentive is called the conditional cash transfer that you can dive in on page 78. With the belief that money spent today will continue to a brighter future tomorrow by giving the same amount of money that they were to receive if they were working to their families who send their children to schools. There are a lot more solutions mentioned, but those have to do more with the government. These can be enough of an inspiration of finding ways to better off these people's future, but I believe that you can be the voice and be the change to create better solutions to solve this problem.